Have you ever used an AI like ChatGPT, typed in a request, and just gotten, well, a pretty underwhelming answer? Yeah, you are not alone. But the secret to unlocking its real power isn't some complex coding trick. Nope. It's all about communication. Today, we're going to dive into the art of prompt engineering. Basically, how to talk to an AI to get exactly what you want. I mean, we've all done this, right? You ask the AI to write about dogs, and what you get back is this super generic, kinda useless wall of text. It's frustrating, but just look at the difference when you give it specific instructions. It's night and day. One prompt leads to junk, the other leads to a high-quality, perfectly targeted result. And that shift from vague to valuable is the entire game. So here's the big takeaway. The problem usually isn't the AI. It's us. It's the instructions we're giving it. This is the whole idea behind a skill called prompt engineering. And it's not about being a tech wizard. It's just about being a clear communicator. It's simple, really. Better inputs equal better outputs. So in this explainer, we're going to cover 4 key things. First, we'll really nail down what makes a prompt valuable. Then, we'll break down what I call the 4 pillars of a great prompt. After that, we'll unlock a really cool AI reasoning technique, and we'll wrap it all up with a practical playbook you can use right away. You know, you should think of prompt engineering as turning your AI from a kind of simple tool into a really powerful collaborator. It's the difference between hiring an intern and just saying, do stuff, versus giving them a clear, detailed brief, right? One way leads to total confusion. The other leads to awesome results. Okay, so how do we build these amazing prompts? Well, it really just comes down to 4 foundational pillars. Think of these as the essential ingredients you need for any effective instruction you give to an AI. Let's break them down. Here they are. The directive, that's your main task. The role, which gives the AI a persona to act as. Then, giving it examples, which basically shows the AI what you want. And finally, defining the format, which tells it how to present the information. Each one is powerful on its own, but when you combine them, that's when you'll see a fundamental change in your results. First up is the directive. This is the absolute heart of your prompt. It's the verb, the action, the core instruction, and it has to be crystal clear. So instead of talk about sales, a good directive is write an email to a potential client or summarize this report into 5 bullet points. It's the one thing you absolutely need the AI to do. Pillar number 2 is the role. Now, this is where things get really interesting. You give the AI a specific persona. For instance, telling it you are a historian completely changes the game. The AI won't just list a few facts. It's going to adopt the tone, the depth, and the perspective of an expert. This is a huge lever for controlling the style of the response. Okay, our third pillar is providing examples. There's a fancy term for this called few-shot prompting, but it's really simple. Instead of just telling the AI what to do, you show it. Let's say you want to sort customer feedback. You could give it a couple of examples of positive comments and negative comments first. This shows that the pattern you're looking for, and it dramatically improves the accuracy. And our 4th and final pillar is format. This is so crucial, but it gets overlooked all the time. You can get the perfect information, but if it comes back as a messy block of text, it's pretty useless. But just adding a simple phrase like output this as a CSV can turn that unstructured mess into a perfectly organized table. You can ask for JSON, bullet points, markdown, whatever you need. Okay, we've got the fundamentals down, now let's level up. We're going to talk about a technique that doesn't just get you better answers, it actually makes the AI better at reasoning. It's called chain of thought, and it's basically like asking the AI to show its work. So what is chain of thought prompting? At its core, it just forces the AI to slow down and break a complex problem into smaller logical steps. So instead of jumping straight to an answer, it has to explain how it got there. You know, this is how we humans solve tough problems, and it really reduces errors in the AI's output. And this comparison just shows the difference perfectly. On the left, a standard prompt just spits out an answer. It might be right, it might be wrong, who knows? But look at the right. With chain of thought, the AI lays out its entire thought process. You can see exactly how it got to the conclusion, which makes the whole thing so much more trustworthy and way easier to check. So how do you turn on this superpower? Well, it's often as simple as this. Just adding the phrase, "Let's think step by step" to the end of your prompt is one of the easiest ways to trigger this more careful, logical process from the AI. It's such a simple little key that unlocks a whole new level of performance. And the data absolutely backs this up. This chart shows just how well chain of thought, or COT, works on reasoning tasks. Zero-shot COT, that's just adding our magic phrase, already gives a huge boost. Then, when you provide your own step-by-step examples, which is called manual COT, it gets even better. The performance just keeps going up. The numbers are clear. The stuff works. All right, we have covered a ton of ground. So let's bring it all together with a simple, practical playbook. Think of this as your cheat sheet for writing way better prompts starting like right now. This playbook pretty much says it all. You always want to be specific and clear. Give it context, give it examples whenever you can. Remember to ask for a structured format and break down complex tasks. That's our chain of thought trick in action. On the flip side, just avoid being vague and don't dump way too much info into one prompt. And maybe most importantly, don't expect it to be perfect on the first try. You gotta iterate. So that's the whole journey. By using these principles, you're no longer just shouting vague requests into a machine. You're actually having a structured, effective conversation. You're the one in control, guiding the AI to become the powerful, creative, and analytical partner that it's supposed to be. So I'll just leave you with this thought. The AI isn't just a fancy search engine or a text generator. It's a new kind of collaborator. And now that you have the tools to talk to it effectively, the only question left is, what are you going to create together? Before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more AI lessons like this.